Gentlemen, if just 60 seconds a day could reignite your energy flow, restore your sensations, and bring back the confidence you thought was gone, would you try it? I know it sounds unbelievable, maybe even a little awkward, but what I am about to share with you is not a gimmick or a mysterious trick. It is pure physiology, confirmed by the latest medical research from Harvard Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic. And the most fascinating part, your body already has that switch built in. No one ever showed you how to turn it on. I am Dr. Laura Bennett, a physician specializing in men's health. For more than 15 years, I have worked with thousands of men in their 50s, 60s, and even 80s. They all share the same concern: losing strength, losing confidence, and feeling like their bodies are letting them down. But when they understand the real biological mechanism, when they learn how to restore blood flow and flexibility to the muscle group, most people forget about everything begins to change. Today, I want you to see your body not as a broken machine, but as a system waiting to be restarted. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly where that switch is, why it matters so much, and how just 60 seconds a day can bring back the energy flow you thought was lost. You will not need medication or surgery, just focus and one small habit. Many men believe that after turning 60, their main issue is hormones or simply age. But the truth that almost no one talks about lies right beneath the chair you are sitting on. Every day, as we sit, drive, work, or watch television, the pelvic floor muscles, small but incredibly important, gradually tighten and weaken at the same time. Imagine a garden hose bent in the middle. The water is still there, it just cannot reach where it needs to go. When these muscles stay tense for too long, they compress blood vessels and nerves, blocking the natural flow. Sensations fade, and the body's feedback slows down. The problem is not age, it is circulation that has been shut down. The good news is, you can reverse it. One simple movement, just 60 seconds long, can send a signal through your body to reopen blood flow, boost oxygen delivery to tissues, and restart a process that medication can only imitate temporarily. Your body does not need chemical force, it just needs to be reminded of its natural rhythm. That is why this technique has existed for hundreds of years in traditional medicine, and now modern science finally confirms it. In this video, I will help you locate that 60-second switch, show you how to activate it with the right amount of pressure, strong enough to open the flow, but never painful, and guide you on how to make it part of your daily routine. I will also share 2 simple but powerful boosters: walking for 10 minutes after each meal, and deep breathing in a 4-2-6 rhythm. When you combine all 3, you not only improve circulation, but also sleep better, feel calmer, and wake up with the kind of morning energy you have not felt in years. Before we begin, leave a comment below and tell me where you are watching from. I am always amazed to see how many men around the world, from the United States, the United Kingdom, Vietnam, Japan, and Australia, are transforming their health through small, consistent steps. And if you believe that men over 60 deserve to feel strong, confident, and fully alive, hit that like button and subscribe. What comes next could be the smallest yet most powerful turning point you will ever make for your body. Stay with me, because in the next part I will explain why sitting too long actually turns off your biological switch, and how you can restore the entire network of blood vessels and nerves in your lower body with just your own fingertip. Once you understand that part, you will realize why 60 seconds is enough to change an entire system you thought was gone. Most men believe that decline after 50 is natural. They think their bodies are just aging, their hormones are dropping, and that it is all part of time's rule. But I want you to pause that thought for a moment. Picture this: inside your body are thousands of tiny blood vessels, like an intricate highway system where every little road leads to your reproductive organs, prostate, bladder, and the nerves that control your natural responses. When you were younger, those roads were open and flexible. Blood and oxygen moved quickly and evenly, and you could feel your body responding to life with every beat. But over the years, those roads have narrowed, not because of time, but because of how you live. We spend most of our day sitting, working, driving, eating dinner, or watching TV. That posture constantly presses on a small network of muscles at the base of your pelvis called the pelvic floor. It is like the foundation of a house. If the foundation warps or stiffens, everything above it is affected. The pelvic floor keeps circulation steady, controls reflexes, and maintains sensation. But when you sit too long, those muscles stretch, tighten, and lose elasticity. Hour after hour, that pressure builds up, slowing down the blood flow. Nerves lose their signals, and slowly you start to feel quiet inside your own body. I often compare it to a bent hose. The water is still there, but it cannot reach the garden. When blood flow is blocked in the pelvic region, oxygen runs low, tissues weaken, and nerve signals fade. The scary part is that this happens silently, year after year, until one day you notice your energy is gone, your reflexes slower, and what used to give you confidence now feels difficult. You think you are just getting old, but in truth you are living with blocked circulation. What moves me most when working with patients is seeing their relief once they understand this. It is like they finally discover the real name of their problem. One 62-year-old man once told me, "I thought I was broken, doctor, but it turns out my body was just kinking the hose." And when he learned how to open that flow again, the change was so quick that even I was surprised. After just 2 weeks, he was sleeping deeper, waking up fewer times at night, and his confidence came back naturally. Here is what I want you to remember: weakness is not the end. It is a biological signal, a message that your body needs to breathe again. When the pelvic floor relaxes and circulation returns, not only does blood flow improve, but your entire autonomic nervous system, the one that controls hormones, sleep, and mood, begins to rebalance. You feel calmer, sleep deeper, and even your outlook brightens. No pill can do that, because medication only forces blood to move for a few hours. Natural recovery teaches your body how to remember its own rhythm again. Now look at your daily habits. How many hours do you sit? How often do you stand up or stretch? For most men, the answer is rarely. And that, day after day, slowly squeezes out your vitality. But here is the good news. You do not need to change your entire life to fix it. You only need 60 seconds to start waking your body up again. One single minute done correctly can release years of tension, expand tiny blood vessels, and reactivate the nerve signals in a place you might have forgotten even existed. This is not a miracle cure, it is a return to nature's design. You do not need the strength of your 20s, you just need the flow back. And in the next part, I will show you exactly where that 60-second switch is located, where one precise touch can make your body feel recharged again. I will guide you step by step how to position yourself, how to breathe, and how to feel it, working so you can practice safely, privately, and effectively. So stay with me, because what comes next is not just a tutorial, it is the first real map to unlocking your body again, from tension to freedom, from fatigue to confidence. Now let us move into the most important part, the one most men over 50 are curious about, but have never been properly taught: how to locate and activate the 60-second switch inside your own body. It is small, but it can reopen the entire flow of energy and vitality. Listen closely, this is not theory. It is a practice that has helped hundreds of my patients regain confidence within just a few weeks. First, prepare a quiet space. You can sit on the edge of a chair with your feet slightly apart, or lie on your back with your knees bent and your body relaxed. The goal here is not strength, but relaxation. Only when your body relaxes can your pelvic floor muscles hear the signal. Now place your hand on the area between your testicles and your anus. That is the perineum, the small, coin-sized spot I call the 60-second switch. Beneath that thin layer of skin lies an entire network of nerves, blood vessels, and muscles directly connected to the prostate, the bladder, and the muscles that control your natural reflexes. Use 2 fingers, your index and middle finger, and press gently on that area. You will feel a soft spot slightly more sensitive than the surrounding area. That is exactly where you need to focus. Do not press hard. Use just enough pressure, like when you test the ripeness of a tomato, enough to feel it, but not enough to hurt. Then make small, circular motions for 30 seconds in a clockwise direction, and then switch to counterclockwise for another 30 seconds. You can also try the press and release method. Press gently for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds, and repeat several times. Each movement is like knocking on the door of a blood and nerve system that has been asleep for years. If you want to enhance the effect, you can use a natural oil. I usually recommend castor oil, coconut oil, or black seed oil. Castor oil improves circulation and reduces inflammation. Coconut oil is gentle and antibacterial, while black seed oil helps balance testosterone and ease muscle tension. Warm the oil between your palms before applying. It helps absorption and creates a soothing, warm feeling. Do not rush. What matters most is rhythm, slow breathing, and trust in your own body. Now I want you to focus on your breathing. Every time you take a deep breath through your nose, let your belly and lower abdomen gently expand. Hold your breath for 2 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. This 4-2-6 rhythm activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for relaxation, recovery, and hormone balance. As you breathe and massage at the same time, blood begins to flow, vessels open, and you are teaching your body to restore its natural energy flow. Do not think of this as a technique. Think of it as 1 minute of conversation between you and your body, a minute of listening and responding. The best times to practice are in the morning or evening. In the morning, it jumpstarts circulation, boosts energy, and supports stronger hormonal activity. In the evening, it releases pressure built up from sitting all day, eases tension, and helps you sleep more deeply. Just 1 minute a day, no more. You do not need to do it longer. You need to do it consistently. Be patient and steady, because your body needs time to relearn the rhythm it has forgotten. Many men tell me that at first it feels strange, even uncomfortable. They are not used to touching their bodies with the intention to heal. They only do it when something is wrong. But after a week, most notice a change. Their lower back feels lighter, they sleep better, and they wake up feeling refreshed and warm in a way they have not felt in years. One of my patients, James, 70 years old, practiced every night. After 2 weeks, he said, "Doctor, my back no longer hurts, and I only wake up once at night instead of 3 times. After a month, he came back for a checkup, smiling softly and said, "My body remembers how to work again." That is not a miracle. It is biomechanics. When muscles relax, blood vessels expand, oxygen reaches the tissues, better nerves fire more efficiently, hormones balance out, and the entire system restores its natural harmony. Every man has this ability. All it takes is 60 seconds, 1 deep breath, and the patience to repeat it daily. Now is the time to try. Take 1 minute today, no tools, no medication. Just sit, breathe slowly, and send a message to your body: I am still here and I am ready to restart. In the next part, I will explain why most men never maintain long-term results with medication, and why this 1-minute habit creates changes that last longer than the most expensive treatments. Once you understand this principle, you will see how your body can do more than just react. It can truly come back to life. I want to share a truth that might surprise you. Medication never teaches your body to remember how to work. It only forces it temporarily, like pressing the gas pedal in a car with an empty fuel tank. It moves for a short distance, but once the fuel is gone, you stop again. And worse, if you keep doing it, the engine weakens and becomes dependent on that temporary push. The human body works the same way. Most men turn to medication because they want instant results, a quick reaction, a fast return. But pills only force the blood vessels to open. They never teach them how to stay flexible again. They only push nerves to send signals. They never retrain the nervous system to regulate itself. Once the effect fades, your body returns to its original state, sometimes even weaker than before. That is why so many men tell me, "At first the pills worked, but then I had to increase the dose, and now they barely do anything." The truth is, they have given their body a reason to forget how to function naturally. When you practice the 60-second switch every day, you are doing the exact opposite. You are not forcing, you are retraining. You are not pushing blood with chemicals. You are helping your vessels remember how to open on their own. Each time you activate the perineum area, blood is pumped downward, nerves are stimulated, and your pelvic floor learns how to contract and relax rhythmically again. This is mechanical recovery, not a temporary reaction. And the amazing part is the more you do it, the faster your body remembers. It is just like exercise. The first days are hard, but once the muscles learn the rhythm, you no longer have to force it. It becomes natural. I remember a patient named Daniel, 65 years old. He came to me after years of total dependency on medication. "Doctor," he said, "I have lost faith in my body. Without the pills, nothing happens." When I introduced him to the 1-minute technique, along with 2 small habits, walking 10 minutes after meals and deep breathing in the 4-2-6 rhythm, he was skeptical. But after only 3 weeks, his results moved him to tears. "I do not need the pills anymore, doctor," he said. "And the best part is, I feel like myself again." The difference was not only physical, it was emotional. When circulation returns, the brain and body start talking to each other again. Confidence comes back not because of a pill, but because your body is working naturally. I want you to remember, this stress is the silent enemy of every biological function. When you are under stress, your nervous system switches into fight or flight mode. Blood rushes to your arms and legs while the pelvic area gets cut off. When this goes on for too long, your body forgets how to turn on the relaxation switch. That is why I always emphasize breathing. Just 5 deep breaths a day right after your massage can calm your entire system. When you inhale deeply and exhale slowly, your diaphragm moves up and down, naturally massaging your pelvic area and stimulating deeper blood flow. It is a simple but powerful act. You are teaching your body to breathe again, to circulate again, to trust again. I still remember one follow-up appointment with Daniel. He sat down and said, "Doctor, I am not just healthier, I feel peaceful. It is like my body stopped fighting me." That sentence stayed with me. Because what we truly want is not only physical strength, but peace within our own body. When blood flows freely, when oxygen reaches every cell, when the nervous system finally rests, you do not just feel stronger, you return to your natural state, calm, confident, and full of vitality. Your body is not broken. It does not need to be fixed. It simply needs to be reminded. Every time you practice this 1 minute, you are sending a small message to your entire biology. I am still here. I choose life. And your body will listen. As the blood begins to flow and energy rises, you will feel something different. Not excitement, but a quiet strength, as if a hidden pressure that has weighed on you for years has finally lifted. Now I want you to put it all together: 1 minute of activation, 10 minutes of walking after each meal, and 5 deep breaths in the 4-2-6 rhythm. 3 small habits, no tools, no cost, but they can completely change how your body operates. Practice consistently for 3 weeks, and you will not only restore circulation, but rebuild the connection between your mind and body, something no medication can ever achieve. In the next part, I will help you wrap everything into a clear plan, a 21-day roadmap to reclaim your energy, confidence, and inner peace. I will show you how to turn these 3 simple habits into a daily ritual, a ritual of rebirth for men ready to step into a stronger, calmer chapter of life. Now we have reached my favorite part, the part where knowledge becomes action. Because if you only listen and understand but never begin, nothing changes. But if you give yourself just 1 minute a day, I promise, after 21 days, you will not be the same man. Imagine those 21 days as a bridge. On one side are fatigue, tension, and frustration. On the other side are ease, confidence, and the belief that your body is still strong, still alive. That bridge is not built with medication or procedures. It is built with 3 small habits you have already learned. 1 minute of perineum activation, 10 minutes of walking after each meal, and 5 deep breaths in the 4-2-6 rhythm. Together, these 3 simple links create a chain reaction throughout your body. When you massage the right point, blood vessels open. When you walk, blood moves throughout your body, delivering oxygen to every tissue and nerve. When you breathe deeply, your body relaxes, your nervous system resets, and your hormones rebalance. When all three work together, your body starts to remember how to operate the way it once did, the way of youth, vitality, and confidence. I have seen countless small miracles happen in those 21 days. One 72-year-old man told me, "Doctor, I am not just stronger, I feel calmer and more connected to myself." Another age, 58, said he no longer wakes up at night, no longer feels heaviness in his lower abdomen, and wakes up each morning full of energy without coffee. Those changes are not luck. They come from consistency, from choosing yourself for 1 minute each day. The human body has memory. It remembers whatever you repeat, good or bad. For years, you may have trained it to live in stress, to sit still and endure. Now is the time to retrain it for flexibility, circulation, and freedom. When you stay consistent for 21 days, your blood vessels become more elastic, your nervous system more stable, your pelvic floor learns to contract and relax naturally again, and most importantly, your mind begins to believe you can. I want you to remember this. You do not have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. The body does not demand intensity, it asks for patience. 1 minute a day is a small promise, but a meaningful one. It is how you tell yourself, I still care. I still want to live well. And each day you keep that promise, your body will reward you with deeper sleep, easier breathing, and stronger energy. If you have made it this far, I know you are ready. Try it today. No tools, no gym, just you 1 minute, and the belief that your body is worth caring for. Comment below with one word, ready, so I know you are joining thousands of other men around the world on this journey. I will pin the 21-day checklist in the description so you can track your progress every day. Just check off 3 small actions, and you will see change faster than you think. And if this video gives you hope, hit like so. The algorithm sends it to other men who are quietly searching for answers to their own bodies. Do not forget to subscribe for more natural science-based guidance for men's health after 50. Every week I share simple but powerful ways to restore strength and balance, because I believe that power does not fade with age. It only sleeps if we let it. I am Dr. Laura Bennett, and I want you to remember one thing clearly. Your body is not broken. It is waiting for you to wake it up. 1 minute a day, one slow breath, one small decision, and the flow will return. Start today. Believe in your body because it is still here, waiting for you to come back. Live strong, calm, and full of energy, like the man you were always meant to be. And as I always say, confidence is not lost with age. It is rebuilt with action.